Imagine a poison slowly killing your brain every single day for years without you ever feeling a thing. It shows no signs, makes no sound, gives no pain. One day you wake up and parts of your memory are gone. Your thoughts are hazy, or suddenly, half your body stops working. This unseen threat is called high blood pressure. Many people know it can hurt the heart, but few understand how much it damages the brain. It works silently, like a slow drip, harming the tiny pathways that keep your mind clear and sharp. Doctors call this condition hypertension. It means the force of your blood pushing against the walls of your blood vessels is too high, all the time. For most people, there are no warnings. You can feel perfectly fine, full of energy, and still have this silent killer at work inside you. Millions of people around the world live with it, completely unaware, until it's often too late to undo the harm. It attacks the very core of who you are, making you lose your memories, your ability to think, and even your independence, all because the pressure was too high for too long. Your blood pressure is simply a measure of how hard your heart works to pump blood through your body. When a doctor takes your blood pressure, they give you two numbers. The first number shows the pressure when your heart beats, pushing blood out. The second number shows the pressure when your heart rests between beats. A healthy reading is usually around 120/80. If your numbers are often above 130/80, doctors say you have high blood pressure. This condition usually develops slowly over many years. It's often caused by things like eating too much salty or fatty food, not moving your body enough, carrying too much weight, or even just getting older. Sometimes it runs in families, meaning your parents or grandparents might have had it too. The big problem is that high blood pressure does not have clear symptoms. You don't feel dizzy, you don't feel tired, you don't have headaches that tell you something is wrong. People can live with high blood pressure for 10, 20, even 30 years, feeling totally normal, while the damage slowly builds up inside their body, especially in their brain. This lack of symptoms is exactly why it's so dangerous and why many people are shocked when they finally get diagnosed. The first serious step this silent killer takes is to put constant stress on your blood vessels. Think of your blood vessels as tiny flexible pipes carrying water. If the water pressure in those pipes is always too high, over time, the pipes get stiff and damaged. In your brain, the blood vessels are very, very small and delicate. High blood pressure makes these tiny vessels harder and narrower. It's like a constant, slow attack. This damage isn't obvious at first. You won't feel a headache or any pain, but these damaged vessels cannot carry blood to all parts of the brain as well as they should. Some areas of the brain start to get less oxygen and fewer nutrients. This means brain cells in those areas start to struggle or even die. Sometimes, these small hidden damages are called silent strokes. A person can have many silent strokes over years without ever knowing it. They don't cause the typical stroke signs, like weakness on one side of the body, because the damaged area is small. But each tiny stroke, each little piece of damage, slowly adds up, weakening the brain bit by bit without you ever knowing it's happening. Over time, this constant high pressure works like a slow grinding machine on your brain's network. Imagine your brain cells are connected by tiny wires, like electrical cables. For these wires to work right, they need a steady supply of blood, bringing oxygen and food. High blood pressure makes the small blood vessels that feed these wires stiff and narrow. This means less blood gets through. It's like a house slowly losing its electricity. Some lights might flicker, then go out. In your brain, this causes small parts of your brain tissue to be starved. These starved areas are not big enough to cause a major stroke, but they are still damaged. Doctors can sometimes see these small white spots on a brain scan, even if the person feels fine. These spots are areas where brain tissue has died or been hurt because of poor blood flow. They are found mostly in parts of the brain that handle memory, thinking speed, and problem solving. Each small area of damage contributes to making your brain work a little less well. You might not notice it today or tomorrow, but over years, these tiny, hidden injuries build up, leading to bigger problems that will eventually show themselves. The process is slow and without pain, making it hard to catch early. The climax of this silent attack often comes in one of two very clear, shocking ways. For some, it's a sudden, major stroke. One day, a damaged blood vessel in the brain bursts or a big clot forms, cutting off blood to a large area. This can cause one side of the body to go numb, speech to become slurred, or vision to blur. It's a sudden, terrifying event that changes life in an instant. For others, the damage shows up more slowly as a growing struggle with memory and thinking. They might start to forget common words, get lost in familiar places, or find it hard to make simple decisions. This slow decline is often called vascular dementia, and it's directly linked to the many small damages caused by high blood pressure over decades. Imagine suddenly not recognizing your own children or forgetting where you live. This is when people realize the silent killer has been at work for years, destroying the very core of their mind. The symptoms become impossible to ignore, but by this point, a lot of the damage is already done. They often look back and wish they had known about their high blood pressure years ago. The hidden problem with this silent brain killer is that once the damage is severe enough to cause symptoms, it's often too late to fully reverse it. Imagine a house where the pipes have been leaking for years behind the walls. You only notice when the ceiling finally caves in. By then, the water damage is deep and widespread. Similarly, when memory problems or stroke symptoms appear, the brain has already suffered significant, sometimes permanent injury. Doctors can help manage the condition moving forward, trying to lower blood pressure and prevent more damage. But the parts of the brain that have died or been badly hurt often cannot be brought back to life. This means someone might regain some strength after a stroke, but their memory might never fully return, or their thinking speed might stay slower. The unseen destruction has already taken its toll. People often feel a deep sadness and regret, knowing that simple actions years ago, like regular checkups or diet changes, could have prevented so much loss. They realize the true cost of not knowing their blood pressure numbers, of feeling fine while their brain was under attack. The ultimate crash or crisis for many affected by this silent killer is a profound loss of self and independence. For those who suffer a major stroke, life changes forever. Simple tasks like walking, talking, or eating might become difficult or even impossible without help. They might need full-time care, losing their job, their hobbies, and their freedom. Family members often become full-time caregivers, facing huge emotional and financial challenges. For those with vascular dementia, the decline is often slower, but equally heartbreaking. They might slowly lose their ability to recognize loved ones, manage their money, or remember important life events. Their personality might change, making them feel like a stranger to their own family. It is a slow fade, where a person gradually loses their connection to the world and themselves. The once vibrant mind becomes a shadow of its former self, a direct result of years of hidden damage from high blood pressure. This crisis impacts not just the person, but their entire family, leaving a deep mark on everyone involved. Today, the cold reality is that this silent brain killer continues to affect millions, but it doesn't have to be this way. The biggest weapon against high blood pressure is simple: knowing your numbers. Just a quick, painless check at a doctor's office or even at a local pharmacy can tell you if you're at risk. It takes only a few minutes. If your blood pressure is high, there are many simple steps you can take. Eating less salt, eating more fruits and vegetables, exercising regularly, and keeping a healthy weight can make a huge difference. Doctors can also prescribe medicine that helps control blood pressure, often with very few side effects. The key is to catch it early before any real damage starts. Do not wait for symptoms to appear, because by then, the silent damage has already begun its work. Take control of your health now for the sake of your brain. Knowing your blood pressure is the first step to protecting your future and keeping your mind sharp for many years to come.